Google Cloud Security Bölge Satış Müdürü Sayın Othman Aldawamenah'ı alkışlarınızla sahneye davet etmek istiyorum. I would like to invite
Othman
Mr.
Aldawamenah. Değerli dostumuzun Regional Manager, Google Security. Thank you for cooperation.
Welcome. The stage is
We
yours.
want
Thank you very much.
so happy in
Hello. I hope everybody can hear me. Yeah, I know it's a surprise. I don't speak Turkish, so it's going to be a little bit challenging. But I'm glad I'm here. I'm thankful for your time and for you to have us here. As you can probably see, today we're going to talk about security operations. That's not particularly my picture. That's somebody else. But anyway, that's my name. Look, I've been doing cybersecurity for quite some time. And I'm not saying this because I want to sound old. But during all those years, what we always noticed when we come and find a bad situation, like something on fire, is that it's not that the technology is not there, right? So what are we bringing as a topic today, right? We want visibility. You know, our job here is to facilitate our organization's business. Our organizations are trying to digitally transform the business and, you know, live in a safe digital world. The way we're going to be able to do this is only by providing visibility and making sure that the controls and the investments we're making and the budget we're consuming is actually effective, right? So what does Google do to keep people safe, right? Right. We all familiar with Gmail, right? Our popular email platform. And as we know, 9 of 10 attacks normally start with an email. So that's the visibility. We also have a huge visibility when it comes to the browsers, right? Chrome basically provides us a very safe browsing technology. What else we do? We do a lot of DDoS protection, right? That all gives us the visibility that to collect all this information and become part of the security team, right? So we help organizations digitally transform using our Google Cloud services, Google services. But we want to say here is that because we're making sure Google is safe, we want to make sure that also Google Cloud users are safe, right? So let's talk a little bit about the years. I remember in the beginning I talked about how many years we've been doing this, right? And it's a challenge because legacy SecOps can't keep up. We have a lot of logs, we have a lot of log sources. All those log sources are bringing massive information, and more technologies are bringing even more information, right? So how can we make sure that we have context around the data? We know what kind of attack vector we're looking at. We want to make sure also the process is not as manual as it used to be. So this is what we're talking about here. We're talking about an intel-driven security operation. Inside our SOC and the security we provide to our organizations, we want to be able to scale. But if we scale without context, and when we talk about context, we talk about threat intelligence, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And if we don't talk about AI and utilize AI in security, the attackers are. So today, you know, the amount of attacks that are generated by utilizing some sort of AI, it's huge. And for us to defend ourselves, we also have to use the same technology, right? So AI. And in a very short period of time, very few months, I can say, and year, we managed to go all the way up as a SIM provider, recognized because of the effort and the investment we did in this area. So it's basically a unified solution, AI-driven. We want to make sure that you are able to do the journey from detection, investigation, and response in a smooth way. And on the top of it here, if you can see, Mandiant Managed Services is also helping. I'm sure some of you recognize the brand Mandiant. So I started working for Mandiant 11 years ago, and we've recently been acquired by Google 2 years ago, right? So we're combining the forces from the expertise, the frontline expertise that we're bringing as Mandiant Incident Response, where we do 300,000 hours of incident response every year, to the technology that Google provides. When we say applied threat intelligence, if we want to defend ourselves, we need to know who are we defending ourselves from? Who is targeting us? Because if we know who targets us, we will be able also to know what tools they have, what technologies they can use, and what techniques also they have. And what is their aim? If they're financially motivated, then we know what we need to do and what we need to protect. So how do we go about threat intelligence? And we're very focused on Google Threat Intelligence. The reason why we're talking about this is that because we're bringing the Mandiant part, which is one of the leaders in threat intelligence, combining it with the crowdsourced intelligence from VirusTotal that you probably are aware. It belongs to our platform. And what we have from Google Threat Insights, the amount of Gmail attachment we scan every day, the traffic that goes through our data centers every day. So we take all this data, we integrate it with a third-party feeds into the platform itself without you having to go through all this hassle. And I'm sure most of you realize the challenges and the difficulties that comes with this. How it works, right? It's very simple. We need to be able to talk about the threat actor. We understand what's their motivation, find the IOCs, and then build your own context, right? If we have enough time, we can dig deeper into this, but today I'm going to keep it high level. We talk about AI, right? We want to make sure that your user, your everyday user in your SOC, your security analyst, are able to use this platform without having to learn a new language. We all know today it's a challenge to even write a query or a playbook, right, in any SIM solution or any source solution. We made it easy. You can use your own plain language to type what kind of rule you want to apply, and it happens. There's AI in the background, helps you do the analysis, help you do the prioritization, etc. Obviously, the Gemini name is very well known. Even the logo is our AI, very well known AI engine. We're bringing it to Security Command Center. We're bringing it to threat intelligence, and we're bringing it to security operation. So this is all combined is going to give you give the end user or the actual security analyst the tool to make their life easier and to be more effective in what they're doing. The next step is for us, when we use all those technologies, threat intelligence, then we're going to be able to detect, right? The moment we start detecting those threats is using those technologies. How are we going to detect? We're going to detect with less efforts, right? So there's threat research, there's the detection, and there's the engineering behind it that will enable you to do all the YARA rules, etc., using your own words for it. And what are we covering? Are we covering only cloud? We're not only covering Google Cloud, we're covering every cloud. So if you're a customer that has some workloads on each one of those cloud infrastructure providers, we're not here to tell you you need to move. We're here to tell you that you're able to do it. We help you protect the identity, the network, and obviously if there is an issue, then we can move forward. I think I have one more minute to go, but I want to finish with how can we help you identify what's important, right? How are you going to say, where am I going to spend more money next year, 2025? How many people I'm going to assign to this department? And what kind of threats that I'm going to have to prioritize? This is how we can help you, by enabling you to do the risk scoring, right? If you're able to do the risk scoring, you're able to do it based on the domain maliciousness, the data importance, the user importance, and you know, the vulnerability assessment, vulnerability score as well. I'll stop it here,
Yes,
and
please.
thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
For your kind contribution.